What is up, guys? BePitch here, bringing you the #1 podcast in the world. MrMongoload and Drew here, bringing you 3 gorillas with a broomstick and 13 bananas on top of the skyscraper. What do you guys got for me?
I've got for you that sounds a little bit like a gay situation. Homosexual, sorry.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Okay.
I immediately thought of King Kong with the woman on top of the skyscraper.
Oh, I was kind of going for
bananas, and it got weird after that. I don't know. I'm okay with it though.
Well, I'm not quite sure with the gay King Kong.
Anyway, what are we going to talk about today?
Let's start with Borderlands 2. Just came out, guys. What do you guys think?
Drew?
Haven't played it yet.
All right.
Okay, that was easy.
So I wasn't sure if he played it yet. I didn't want to ask him yet, but I played it on. I actually got pre-ordered and played it on Tuesday, and I actually thought it was way better than Part 1. I'm actually in love with the game. There are a couple things that from being a critic, I think they could have done better, but I'd say 80 to 90% of the game is way better than Part 1. It's definitely one of the best games of the year. Without playing Black Ops 2, I think it's at this point in the gaming years by far way better than anything else I've played.
I personally think Black Ops 2 is going to smoke it. However, I will say the graphics are good. Obviously,
no. Let's back this up. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. You haven't even played Black Ops 2 yet.
No, I definitely haven't. I'm just saying I have a feeling Black Ops 2 is going to smoke.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going with that.
But I will say Borderlands 2 very good. The graphics are good. The movement is about the same as Black Ops. Or I'm sorry, wow, Borderlands 1, where whatever gun you pick up is going to be completely random and different. It's going to act different. It's going to maneuver different. I like that part about it.
I agree with you.
The interface, a little different for me, hard to do. But of course, I was on the back end of a 17-hour duty day when I was playing it, so my opinion's a little skewed on that one. I'm going to have to try it out tomorrow, and the next podcast I'm going to have to mention it.
I agree with you. I mean, I just want to add something in. I don't want to be to hog this, but I definitely think the user interface is way better. They definitely made it. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do with Borderlands 2. So on Part 1, it was definitely very clunky, and I think compared to other games, it's still there's a lot in the menu. But I think after playing 10, 20 levels, I think it's definitely very beneficial, very user friendly. But that's just me being a fanboy of Borderlands. So, I don't know. I definitely can't wait to see your take on Borderlands 2 once you get into it and make the grind.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if it actually is going to be a grind or not, or if it's going to be a little different than Borderlands 1 was. The biggest problem I had with that was, you'd get a mission or 3 missions or so in the same area. You'd run over to that mission area, do the 3 missions real quick, then you have to run all the way back just to do a new set of 3 or 4 missions 30 feet further than where you were just at, and that drove me nuts.
It's still like that, but what better game to do that with than 3 of your best friends?
Yeah, difference of opinion, we'll call it.
I mean, so what other have you ever known? I was actually talking about this topic the other day. What other 4-player co-op game, when it comes to FPS shooting, have you ever played in your life?
Streets of Rage 2.
Call of Duty.
What? No. Call of Duty doesn't exist because there's no 4-player co-op on campaign.
Oh, co-op. Okay.
Yeah. I was just thinking because when you think about it, Call of Duty has its own campaign, but it's one single player. There's other games that have 2-player co-op, but there's no games out there that have a campaign mode. And that's pretty much what Borderlands is it's a campaign mode for you and 3 other friends, up to 3 other friends, and you just fucking shit up, having fun, shooting and looting. I can't think of another game that equates to that, on the console. And then on the PC, I'm trying to think.
No, I definitely think they have a little bit of a monopoly there, but I'm sure there's a lot of games we're not thinking about. Let's go to Black Ops 2 since we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
What have you heard? What are you excited about?
There's the whole new 10-point system. Looking forward to that. Don't know too much about it, but I don't know.
The 10-point system, if a lot of you guys haven't heard, it's basically you get to choose your class entirely on a 10-point system, which is, okay, your initial gun's 1 and attachment's 1. If you want a secondary primary, it'll be an extra 2 points. with the attachments being an extra point or whatever. There was a guy. I'm gonna link it if I can find it. There was a guy that made he did this entire program Excel spreadsheet type thing where you can actually play with all the different things that you can do. And so if you wanted 6 perks and a primary but nothing else, you can do it. If you wanted just a pistol, 6 perks, a couple of throwing grenades and stuff, you could do that too. So I'm pretty excited about that myself.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I'm already actually imagining, like, because obviously the first couple of weeks, I think I'm gonna be trying like my hardest, but then after that, like, I think once we get that like new person curve or like you get the learning curve down, I think I'm gonna be having so much fun with who knows if it's crossbow or just secondary pistol, like throw lightweight, marathon, dexterity, like quick hands, like all these different perks on. I actually can't wait to run around and be like, only use me pistol.
Or if they're still going to have like the specialist deal, the kill streak reward, since you can kind of just pick your own perks with a 10-point system.
Yeah,
so
if
they're going to implement that at all.
Yeah, I think they just came out with something recently. They confirmed that there won't be a specialist kill streak tier, but what they're basically saying is, there will be a specialist, but the specialist is basically going to be you use the wild cards. So you can have 6 perks, but you can only have 1 weapon and no flashbangs, no grenades.
Yeah, and basically what they're keeping it down to is instead of having like assault, support, and specialist, they're going to have what's called score streak, I think is what they're calling it. So
Yeah.
That's the only one. So it's kind of like assault, really, or actually it's more like support, because everything you do in the game, when you cap a flag, whether you get an assist, whether you get this, and whether you get that, it adds toward your score streak.
But it's still linear. Like, you have to pick your rewards in one line of kill streak rewards, right?
I think
Or is it different?
They actually are allowing different. I think Mongo, correct me here, but I think they're actually going to continue with like each class is going to be 1 set of kill streaks.
Oh yeah. If that's what you're talking about, I think each class is going to have its separate score streak reward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be one that you have to pick overall for all 10 classes or all 5 classes, however many you have.
Yeah.
But
if you die, it starts over. I think it's going to be definitely very consecutive with like Black Ops 1, like where you earn everything. If you get 1 kill or score streak, it's not going to lead into the next. Actually, no, it is going to lead to the next because it's going to give you points. It's not going to be like God. How do I break this down? So let's say you get 3 kill streaks or score streaks. One's 400, one's 800, and the next is 12. Your 400 score streak comes out, gets you 200 points. It's not going to immediately lead you to your 800, so you're going to have to earn a little bit more. You will get points off that first score streak if you're still alive. As soon as you die, you start right over.
So you're saying, like, you don't necessarily have to kill 2 people to get your second kill streak. You might have to, like, kill 2 people and get, like, a flag or something.
Yeah, exactly. If you capture a flag, you're going to get, like, 200 points. I think each kill is going to be, like, 50 points. If you get an assist, it'll be, like, 10 points. If you kill someone that's carrying the flag, you'll get points, or more points than you normally would. So you get 50 for the kill, and then another 30 for the person carrying the flag, or vice versa for search and destroy if the person's planting, or demolition. You'll definitely get more points for the person playing the objective. You kill them, or if you participate in the objective itself. So I'm very excited about that because
I really like that. It keeps you from joining an objective-based game where you just want to play the objective with your friends, clan against clan. It keeps you from getting into a game where everybody's just playing team deathmatch, which is what happens in like all the Call of Duty games. I mean,
which would be kind of nice to actually see people that don't normally do objective base come out of their shell, if you will. And I'm curious to see how different that's going to be for the actual OBJ players, because that's what we all are essentially. So I'm kind of curious to see like if that's going to make it harder or easier. I imagine easier, but I can kind of see where it's going to be harder, because you got a guy that's so used to kill whoring, and he's very good at it. He knows how to use the terrain to his advantage, but he's playing the objective on top of that. I have a feeling we can see a lot of guys come out of their shell and just kind of dominate a little bit. So I'm a little worried about that.
No, I agree with you.
The biggest thing I'm excited about, though, is not having lag compensation. That's huge.
Oh my God. Yeah, I agree. God, the connection is going to be way better.
Exactly.
I can't tell you how many times I've been like 3 feet around a corner and get picked off.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can't run away from a fight in Modern Warfare 3. You can do it in Modern Warfare 2. You can't do it in this game either. It's kind of depressing, really.
Hey, Mongo, you play World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah.
So, Drew, yourself?
A little bit, yeah.
So what's your guys' take on Mist of, is it Pandoria or Pandora?
Yeah,
Pandaria.
Pandaria.
Like that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about that.
Wow, Mop. Nice.
Wow, yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the entire genre is going to appeal to the masses. They've just kind of been dumbing it down since the very beginning. I think I started playing, what was it, Wrath of the Lich King or the one before that, and it was fun because you actually had to think. But now they've just dumbed down the talent tree so much that, it's no thought process in the entire while you're playing or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not so much as a like a battle where you're trying to figure out the other person. Now it seems more of like okay, I press this sequence of buttons, the other person's supposed to die. If they have better equipment than me, they won't die. You don't have to think as much, it just, which I guess for, I don't know, 10, 11-year-olds playing the game, that's a good thing, They don't.
But, all right, so this is kind of where I ask it, because I just recently started getting into it, because you guys kind of got me into it. But, I still feel like I'm a beginner at best. I'm definitely a noob, but, I think you guys got more experience. I'm not quite sure where your skill level are, where your skill levels are. I've never really asked you guys. But, for me, the game's very difficult. The learning curve, I don't know if it's because of the mouse and keyboard skills, or if it's just because, the skilled players that I'm playing against, it's definitely very hard. The learning curve is really difficult. So I wasn't sure. I know you guys keep saying that the game gets easier and easier, but from my perspective, it still seems like it's very hard because the people I'm playing against seem like they've been playing this forever. So, do you think that for equal skilled players as yourselves, I don't know where you guys rank yourselves, but other people that play like you, what do you think they're going to think of the game?
I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much going to be right in line with what we're thinking. I mean, they're dumbing it down.
Do you think they're going to quit playing, or are they going to keep playing?
They'll probably keep playing just based on the fact that they've been playing so long now that it's habit for them. I mean, especially people that. I mean, we mainly play arena, the PvP aspect, but a lot of people that do the dungeons and stuff, I could see them kind of drawing away from it because it's just getting too easy, man.
Well, see, I could actually see the opposite. I see people doing the arenas. The dungeons as still playing because they're going to see that things are a little bit more challenging, even though their battle sequence is kind of the same. The dungeon player's battle sequence, at least mine, I've got a priest. My battle sequence is always the same. It's very rarely different except on bosses, So that's going to be right up their alley already, and then they're going to take a lot of their skill away, or of their skills, I'll say, away, their actual skills of their character. So I think that's actually going to make it a little bit harder for them, and I think they're going to enjoy that a little more.
Yeah, I understand that.
So what about the, I think someone was telling me that they're going to add 5 more levels, go from 85 to 90, or is it 80 to 90?
I think it's 85 to 90.
So, is that going to be difficult, or is that just kind of like a Call of Duty thing? They add 5 procedures and we're good.
No, it's just going to piss me off is what it's going to do.
I wasn't sure. I was wondering.
I'm not excited about that. I hate leveling. I really do. I mean, I've got how many characters, but I just hate it. I really do.
I think I just hate playing WoW. If I didn't have WoW, my life would probably be a lot better.
Probably a lot more in life, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering about that because my character is level 22, and I'm not even close to 80, so I can't imagine what it takes to get to 80, or 85, and then all of a sudden have to go 5 more levels.
Yeah, Mongo and I were talking about that a couple of days ago. Back in the day, it used to take so long to level, and even now with these new patches, it seems like it doesn't take any time at all to level up. I mean.
Yeah, level 22 when me and him started was a solid, a good week of playing. And when I say good week, I mean 5-6 hours a night playing.
Just grinding.
Wow.
Stupid quest.
And now it was you probably probably played a good 10 hours.
I've got like 10 hours total, and I'm level 22.
And you're 22 like it's nothing. And you're like, oh, this is taking forever. Well, trust me, we know. You know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's a completely different thing for me, so I wasn't sure. So, I got something to add here. Like, just definitely switching topics. I wasn't sure if you guys had any more to add to that, but I definitely have some interesting ideas I want to ask you guys.
Let's do it. Come on.
All right. So, all right. Have you guys been following CNN and all this crazy shit going on in the Muslim world? Actually, that sounded really bad. All the crazy shit going on in the Middle East.
In the Muslim world.
I know, Muslim world. I'm like, everyone's like, fuck you, BePitch.
Everything west of America, Muslim world.
I know, right?
No, I have been following it a little bit.
All right. So, all right. Question: where do you think they're getting all these flags from when they're burning them?
That's a good question. I imagine it's not from the local Walmart because I can't buy an Egyptian flag at Walmart. I've tried.
I haven't tried. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. Actually, that's a good point.
So I imagine they got like this like one bookie dude. Like he's all about like fucking trading shit and like very capitalistic. Just like going in whatever he thinks he can sell. He buys a shit ton of it, goes out and sells it. Like you imagine like downtown New York, the guy that's like got all the Rolex watches and his fucking trench coat, and he opens it up. It's like, what you got? What you want to buy? What you want to buy? He's like, I got your Rolex watches. I got your silver. I got your blah, 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 blah. Like, I imagine this guy, like, going down, like, in the heart of fucking Tripoli, Lebanon, or like, Syria. And it's like, he's like, get your U.S. flag. Come and burn it. I got your shits. Like he's got like, buy one, get one free. 20 pesos or whatever the fuck they're, 20 lira, whatever the fucking currency is there,
They must be off-brand flags though,
because for some of it,
rupees.
Is it rupees?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know what it is.
I swear rupees were on Mario Brothers. Are you sure that's what they use there?
No, I definitely. I'm
because
not
I
sure.
think
I'm not
fucking
even
Mario might be richer than them.
No, so speaking of that, okay, so this guy's selling flags, right? Did you hear about the guy that he no shit burned it and died of smoke inhalation or something?
Are you shitting me right now?
No, I'm not shitting you. You can actually look that up, man. And he died of like either smoke inhalation or the fabric was poisonous. I don't think it was that one, but
dude, that'd be awesome if the fabric. How fucking ironic would that be?
Yeah, no kidding. Like, oh, fucking America, and then boom, you're dead. Guess what? Our flags are so badass. We're killing your people, bro. We don't need our Marines there. We don't need our Army guys there. We don't need our Air Force there. We're killing you with flags, with fabric. That's nuts. And fuck you. That's America, bitch. I don't care about my language. I don't.
Dude, that's awesome. Burning flag fumes kill Pakistani protester. Oh, yeah.
Are you reading it right now?
I'm about to.
Yeah, dude. Ah, it's so awesome. It makes me feel good. I know that's kind of evil and sadistic to say, but it makes me feel good. I'm sorry. Like back, 25 years ago, Libya once gave us a little bit of a problem. What did we do? We killed their leader. Guess what? They shut up for 25 years. This time we're like, oh shit, we did what? Oh man, I'm so sorry that some random person on YouTube posted a video. We're sorry. And then they're like, oh, you're sorry? RPG, boom. There goes an ambassador. No,
wow.
Dude,
yeah,
we need to take a different approach. Me personally, this is why I couldn't be in charge, because I would be the one going, hey, Marines, guarding the embassy, you know what to do. They get past that first wall, they're on American soil. Treat it like it's your house.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And they're going to light up anything on the way. And guess who's not going to go across that wall? Everybody. Nobody's going to. I'm sorry. Like, the first guy's like, oh, Ali Ahmad. Oh, boom, dead. Everybody else is going, nah, dude, I'm done, man. I'm going home. This is bullshit. I did not sign up for Occupy. I'm done. It's kind of like the Occupy protest. I'm done, man. You shoot a couple of rounds, take out a couple of people, they're done.
All right, so I kind of have a side topic with that, and I don't know if you guys can really have a comment on this or what you guys think about it. But I've always wondered let's say you're a 17 or 16-year-old, Muslim in the U.S. or someone that speaks, Arabic or Farsi, and you're like, shit, man, I could really put in some work, Let me go out in the military. Like, is there a huge? Do you guys know if there's a huge fucking I don't know career platform or job out there in the military, like to be out there and be like language interpreters? I really I see it in movies, but I really don't know much about that.
You can train anybody to learn a language.
So it's just language, right? You can just train anyone. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a, if it was, because like for me, like I think it's obviously I think it's a huge, difficult, learning curve, but that's just me because I don't know anything about it. So I wasn't sure if it was like, if teaching Farsi is just as hard as teaching French versus Spanish, blah blah blah. I just wasn't sure how that went.
No, Farsi is not Farsi is not an easy language to master, I don't think, but I don't think they necessarily. I definitely think somebody that's a native Farsi speaker would have an advantage because he spoke that language the whole time.
But is there a lot of money to make?
Dude, military members get paid the same. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I wasn't sure if they were considered military, if it was like contract. I had no clue.
No. If there's contract, I don't know, man. I don't have. I have no clue.
Well,
no clue.
I'm kind of beating this to death. I actually have something to change topic on. All right, so I don't know if I've ever asked you guys this before, but it's a would you rather.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna.
Oh God.
I know, right? It's either gonna be all or none. Every time I ask you guys this,
I feel like
you guys are always like immediately. You guys are immediately like, bam! I know the answer. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
all right, I'm
I feel like a drunk. I feel like a drunk 13-year-old that's done.
I'm gonna see if I can make
you
a drunk.
Do it, baby.
All right. I'm gonna set up the situation.
Ooh,
it's gonna be hypothetical, and you have to fucking abide by the rules.
Ooh,
cool?
I like this.
Oh man,
this is
all
good.
Right, so
set up the situation. I'm down. Let's do it.
Before you answer, listen to the whole story. Would you rather go through a wood chipper head first or feet first? Now, keep in mind, if you go feet first or head first, you still have to watch the other end of your body go through, and you still feel everything.
Head first, obviously.
What the?
So head first.
Wait, I've got to feel everything no matter which way I go?
No matter which way you go. You're going to feel it, and technically, you're gonna be able to imagine it. If you go head first, you'll definitely, you can't technically see it because your fucking eyeballs are pressed up.
But if my brain is mushed, I still have to watch it?
You're still going to feel it.
But okay, then it doesn't matter which way you go in.
Yeah, so then it's literally 50-50 for me.
No, because one way you're going to watch, the other way you're not.
Oh, but I thought you said we're going to watch it either way.
No, so you're going to feel it.
Oh, well, if my choice is feel it and watch or just feel it, I'm going to choose just feel it. I mean, that's like saying, hey, you're either going to feel this guy chop off your arm or you're going to watch him chop off your arm and still feel it. Obviously, I don't want to watch it. I might as well be watching TV.
You're not going to watch TV.
No, not in a wood chipper.
Yeah, you could at least
you could throw a TV in a wood chipper, I guess.
Okay, I was just curious because, like, for me, like, I think I would go foot first.
Just one foot though.
Nah, but both feet.
I don't want to see. Here's my thing. I'm okay with watching. Well, let me clarify. I'm not okay with watching my feet get torn, but I am slightly more okay watching my feet get torn away. I am definitely not even kind of okay with watching my private square get just chopped away in front of me.
Oh, well said. All right.
My cheese. I don't want any part of that. Keep that up top in the wood chipper. I'll die before then.
I didn't even think about that. Wow. Why didn't I think about my own crown jewels?
I don't know. You always got to think about the jewels.
Man.
One thing I've learned in life: you watch out for the jewels.
I'm not quite sure why I didn't go there.
I don't know either. I do not know.
Me either.
So, I know that, Pitch, you are a little bit into Sprint-type phones, but the iPhone 5 just came out, and a lot of people are excited.
Woo!
Yeah, so what do you guys want to know?
I don't know. I don't like iPhone products, personally. I really don't.
Yep. So you want me to give I can easily give you the overall breakdown.
Okay, let's do it. Do it up.
All right, so it's going to be hard to be non-biased, but I'll try to be as non-biased as hardest. Yeah, I'll try my hardest. So basically, the only other product that's even comparable to the iPhone 5 is going to be the Samsung Galaxy 3. If you guys aren't familiar with that,
yeah,
and you're iPhone fanboys, that's cool. If you're listening to this, but basically, the only thing that's comparable to the iPhone 5 is the Galaxy 3. And the running joke is, when anyone gets the iPhone 5, it's kind of like, hey, good to see that you got a phone that does half the stuff that my phone does. Because the Galaxy 3 is known to be way ahead of the game. Like, when you compare stats to stats, the iPhone 5 like just came out. Like there's reviews everywhere. When it comes to overall stats, the Samsung Galaxy 3 demolishes it. Like, I mean, there's a couple things that iPhone 5 does better, way better than the Samsung Galaxy 3. But when it comes to overall, the Galaxy 3 is way better. It actually has just as many apps. Like, so the thing is a lot of people have a misconception of, the Apple app market. Oh, they got 500 million apps. Android has 100 million. But the thing is, when you look at it, there's a lot of duplication when it comes to apps. So if you go out and say like, oh wow, I got this app on Apple, the majority of the developers out there, I'd say 95% of the developers, they develop for the iPhone platform or the Apple platform, and they develop for the Android platform. So you can't really contest the apps anymore. Everything's going to be on both platforms. So that's pretty much equated. The camera on the iPhone 5 is better than the Samsung 3, just by marginal. Like it's got better resolution. When it comes to the speed of the actual antenna and the processor, they both compare about the same. The Galaxy 3 is definitely an open platform, so you're going to get a little bit more ease of use. You're going to get a lot more gesture use, and a lot of other stuff. It's going to be more user-friendly. I'd say the only really benefit to the iPhone 5 is that you can tell your friends that I got an iPhone 5. That kind of came off the wrong way. But the iPhone 5 is definitely it's more of a cult following. They have a faster processor and a better camera. Other than that, the Galaxy 3 is a better phone. It has a bigger screen. It's definitely more sleek hardware. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry. You said cult following, and it just got me thinking.
It is a cult following.
Well, yeah, it got me thinking about. Okay, so I read a little article about Scientology and how the government actually came out and said there were a couple of big government people. I'm not going to list names. You can look up the sites if you want. That said they follow Scientology and they really thank L. Ron Hubbard for the great things that he's done and stuff like that. To me, it sounds like a cult. That's the only reason I'm even mentioning it, and because I don't have an iPhone, so fuck you if you have an iPhone. I don't care. No. But so anyway, so they were saying Scientology was like this greatest thing, and it rewarded people who earned what they earn, as opposed to rewarded people that don't do anything for anything. Essentially, I'm misquoting that extremely bad, but it got me thinking about the whole cult thing because he said cult following. Blah blah blah. Me and Drew talked about jokingly, kind of maybe. I'm not sure.
Wink.
About starting a cult, jokingly, right, Drew?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, if you want to join a cult, go to join Drew and MongoloadsCult.com. No, but so Scientology, and I'm kind of wondering about these the government officials, and you've got the actors that do it. What's his name? Tom Cruise, and who's he with? Katie Holmes. I'm sure she's a Scientologist. I don't know. I just assume. Same couple, religion. I don't know if you can even call that a religion.
Funny story, though, about the creator of Scientology. I don't know if you guys know this or not. He was actually quoted saying before he even created Scientology, he used to write science fiction books or whatever. He said to his wife, I think, you don't get rich writing science fiction. If you want to get rich, you start a religion. And then he made Scientology. I mean, that right there should just discredit the entire quote-unquote religion of Scientology itself. I mean,
but that kind of makes the man a genius. Like, hey,
well, yeah.
You don't get rich doing science fiction. I did that for years. I'm not extremely rich, but check out what I can do.
Yeah,
wow,
look at this.
Random alien comes down. Now you worship him. He is God. He's got a spaceship. I don't know what Scientology is. I'm making it up. So if there's Scientologists out there, I'm sorry.
Everything I know about Scientology, I learned from South Park. To be honest.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you said it, because I was like, the whole time you brought that up, I was thinking like Cartman and Stan just beating each other's ass. Like, I'm Scientology. No, I'm Scientology.
At this point, like, if it's a religion that you know the person, like the person is alive for, really,
Right.
really. That's like, I'm not even going to go into that. We're going to go into a subject that's going to go a little too far.
No. Before we go that far, I want to go ahead and bring up, I actually just saw, it's so funny you guys say this, because about 2 or 3 days ago, I was reading an article on CNN, and it was actually on Yahoo too. There was a report that showed that Katie Holmes auditioned to be Tom Cruise's wife. Like apparently, like Tom Cruise is like level 1 Scientologist. Like I don't know if you guys know, like there's levels. Like
no shit, I did not know that.
Depending how much money you donate to Scientology Church, there's actually like you're level 5, level 4, level 3, level 2. Like there's different classes. It's a very class system.
So he's level 1. Is that
he's definitely
level 5 top tier.
So he's level 1, not so much because he's donated more money than anyone else. It's level 1 because he donated a lot of money. At the same time, he has fame. So
level 1 is the highest. That's what I'm getting at.
From what I'm told, I haven't done my research. So like,
go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so like Tom Cruise is definitely like in the top echelon. So like he's there. The Scientology Church is like, hey, like you could be a good marketing guru for us. Like you definitely good ad placement. I mean, they're not saying this, but like I'm just trying to break it down to an easier way to understand it. And so basically, like, all right, you're already like one of our top marketing spots. Let's get another famous person. So what they're doing is they're trying to find other famous actresses in Hollywood that are in Scientology, and they're like, so they lined up like 5 or 6, famous people, and this article was describing like they didn't really name the other 4 or 5 actresses, but what they said is like, there were people that were in high spotlight. A lot of people knew of them. America could definitely relate to them, and that's why they chose Katie Holmes, because Katie Holmes was like, of the people that auditioned. Apparently, they had like 10, 20 girls, actresses that applied. I don't want to say just actresses, other people that were famous in Hollywood, and they applied. And then after they got accepted in the application, they all auditioned to be his wife. That's what I think is crazy, is that Katie Holmes auditioned. Like as if she was going into a movie, like this is what obviously this is all hearsay. Like it was a huge article. I don't know for 100%, but it sounds pretty true to me from what the research they presented. Like she literally went into a room with a bunch of like Scientology professors or clerics or whatever the hell they call them, and she was like, "Hey, this is what I can do to be Tom Cruise's wife." Blah 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 blah. Hey, I love you. Let me suck your dick. That's what she did, and she got approved, and they got married.
See, it sounds like a cult type thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's I
like it, and it almost sounds like it's like the new Freemason type. Like you've got to be in the special crowd to be in this special crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's crazy. Don't you think that's crazy? Like, I mean, imagine you being Tom Cruise, and you're like fucking like on top of life. You're like Top Gun. It's like 15 years later, everyone realizes that you're fucking short and you're like 5'1",
but nothing. And... oh my god! Speaking of that, I completely forgot it. But okay, so a couple of years back, I was in Colombia for business or whatever, and I'm going around. I was dating this girl at the time. She's Hispanic, but obviously her native language is English. But she told me like, I don't know, 6 months before that she wanted a Spanish to English Bible, right? Like a King James Bible. I'm not, you guys know, I'm not a religious person. So anyway, I'm going through Colombia. I think I'm in Cartagena at the time.
Hold on. Time out. Sorry. Colombia what? Like country? Colombia? Like Colombia?
Yeah, the country Colombia.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm in Cartagena, which is...
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's the capital, but I think it is.
Cocaine Central?
So anyway, I'm going through the streets. I'm trying to I finally find a bookstore. Finally do. I walk in there. I'm excited. Obviously, he doesn't speak my language. He's Hispanic. He speaks Spanish. I'm talking to him. I'm asking him what I need. And he's just not getting it, right? There are these books on the shelves and stuff, and books open in the window and all this stuff. My friends are laughing at me. I can't figure out why they're laughing at me yet, but I figure it out here pretty soon. He hooks me up to a headset, okay? And the headset's speaking, and he clicks English, and starts talking this gibberish about all sorts of weird gibberish and other gibberish, and I realized pretty soon that this is not the religion I came in here for. And, like, I'm not kidding. Like, 5 minutes into this, I'm, like, listening intently. My friends are just giggling their asses off. I'm looking around the room. All of the books are the exact same book. There's not a different book in the store. They're all the same book. I'm not kidding. Okay, so I finally take it off, and I'm like, hey, this isn't what I want. I want a Spanish to English King James Bible. And the guy's like, oh, no. And he points at this book, and no shit, I see in English L. Ron Hubbard on the cover of this book. And finally it comes to realization, and I get like this depth look on my face, and I'm like, oh my god, this is not what I want. And I'm looking around the store, and they're all the same book. They only have like 30 books in the store, but they're all L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology book. And I'm like freaking out. Now this guy like realizes my uncomfort, and he's like, oh, no Scientology? No. And I'm like, no, this is not what I want, right? My buddies are laughing. I go out there, and then we realize like that's going into a mosque and asking for a Christian Bible. Like I just like the most f***ed up thing I can think of. Like I'm going into this crazy church, and I'm like, hey, I want hey Christians, I want the Quran. Do you guys have that here? No, you don't. Oh, this is awkward.
It's like
I can't believe I forgot that till just now.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's embarrassing. That's not crazy.
I can't imagine like being down there like and like the language barrier. You're just trying to like get everything going, and you're like, oh, what the fuck, yo? Like I have a similar story, but like it's not religious. It's more like old country patronage. Because all right, so when all right, I'm gonna tell you when I studied abroad when I was in college, I studied abroad, went to all over Eastern Europe, and basically we were staying. God, where were we staying? We were staying in, let's see. So we went to Austria. All right. So yeah. All right. So we were staying in Berlin, and we had all our shit. Like I got, 2 suitcases, because we're basically going over like 5 countries, 11 cities over like 5 countries, like, Austria, Germany, Amsterdam, Slovakia, and Prague. Or no, Czech Republic. So I guess Prague's a city. So like there's like, yeah, you're right. So like we have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 countries we're going over. There's like 11 cities. So like we're on the move constantly. It's over like 12 to 14 days. And I think we were still in Berlin. I had just gotten done. Like, we were partying hardcore for 3-4 days to Amsterdam. We did our thing down in the red light district. We went to Berlin. We went to Munich.
We're gonna go back to the red light district in a few minutes.
Oh, we will. And then we ended up going to Austria. I didn't wash any of my clothes. Like it was like every night we were out till like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then we wake up, and then we got to do our school function at like 9 in the morning. So like we're literally getting like 3-4 hours of sleep at night, and so like we're downtown Austria. Like I don't know. Like we get breakfast, and I somehow spill shit all over my shirt. I mean, like I'm not talking like you drip a little fucking salsa on your shirt, and you're like, fuck, I got a little red stain. I'm talking like I don't even remember the story because I was still hungover from the night before. All I know is I had to go and buy a new T-shirt, and we go in, and it's no, we're still in Germany. That's right, we're still in Munich. It's actually the next. Sorry, my memory's coming back. It's actually at the end of the day we're actually going to Vienna. So I'm like, all right, let me buy an Austrian T-shirt. Like I'm like, all right, because like I'm looking at the T-shirts they have available. There's like a couple of German shirts here. They're like sausages, about beer, like Munchen, like the beer gardens there. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? It'd be cool if I go ahead and buy a Vienna Austria shirt. So I go ahead and buy like this fucking Vienna Austria shirt. It's got their flag and everything. And then as I'm walking around Germany, there's still this fucking disconcern where everyone's giving me shit because of fucking World War I or World War II. Which one was it? World War II? Where like the fucking Austrian, I don't know, president or prime minister got shot, and that's what caused like the start of the World War II. You guys here with me?
Definitely. I'm not tracking.
Definitely not tracking on that.
Well, the beginning of World War II, I'm pretty sure it's World War II. The reason what happened is our Archduke Ferdinand got shot. It was like Austrian's president. He got shot and killed, and that's what started the whole World War II with Germany and everything. And obviously with Hitler and everything. So what happened is like there's still this tension between the citizens of Austria and the citizens of Germany. Like everything's cool. Like, modern day, this is like 2007, 2008. Like everyone's cool, but it's almost as if like it's like the same thing as if like a white dude like wears a T-shirt with the N-word on it and goes in the fucking ghetto of fucking Atlanta, Georgia. So you guys picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Well, so basically what happened is I've got this Vienna Austria shirt on, and I'm going around Germany. Like it's the last day of Munich, and everyone's looking at me hardcore. They're actually giving me like the hardcore face, and I almost got jumped twice. Sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but yeah, so I fucking made a wrong decision there by wearing a Austria shirt when I was downtown Germany.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty much it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I thought you were going to keep going with that. No, you know what? You're American, man. Do what you want. That's what I say. Okay, all the non-Americans watching right now, that's what America does. We do what we want. I'm sorry. Hate to call it like it is, but it's what we do.
No, I agree.
I really don't. I don't have anything else. I feel like we're coming to an end here.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yep.
All right.
Scavenger. 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 Quick draw. Scavenger. Scavenger.